Hey, happy Monday morning, everyone. Glenn Kellaway from the basement. I'm actually recording this on Sunday. I seem to be doing my videos a day ahead because I got all these ideas and I'm behind and stuff coming in. Anyway, I'm interested in the reaction to this video because I'm not sure if people are going to say, yeah, it's cool, or they're going to say, Glenn, you've totally lost it. You are just an idiot. We'll see. Yesterday, I picked up two new CDs that were delivered by Amazon. If you watch my Zappa video, you'll see that I had two envelopes in my hand. One was obviously the new Frank Zappa, which the video's up if anybody's interested in the unveiling. Next was this. I don't know if I'm embarrassed to show you or proud to show you. Phil Collins, No Jacket Required, the deluxe edition. It has a second CD of live performances of the songs on this album. Now, before you go, oh, fuck, and turn this video off. So how did this all come about? Why am I talking about this? First of all, I always remember my friend Mazzy has a t-shirt that says fuck Phil Collins on it. And that is the motivation, inspiration for the title of this video. Anyway, how did this come about? So as you know, I'm getting pretty obsessed with Genesis these days, turned into one of my favorite bands. But back in the day, in the 70s, I paid zero attention to Genesis. I saw pictures of them and Peter Gabriel be dressed up like a flower or something, and I thought, this is not for me, this is bullshit. So I just ignored them. I couldn't even say I didn't like them. I just thought, I don't need that. I didn't know the name of one member of Genesis. 1981 now. This is how many years after Genesis has been around? I am listening to the radio. I still vividly remember I had a job where I was driving a van, delivery van, so I got to listen to the radio all frickin' day. And they kept playing this song on the radio, and I loved it. And I was trying to pay attention to who it was. And the song was In the Air Tonight. And it turned out it was a gentleman by the name of Phil Collins. That name meant nothing to me. But I really dug that song a lot. And I bought the album face value. Found out that Phil Collins was in Genesis. Okay. So, then at that point, Genesis started to become this kind of pop-oriented prog band, I guess if you want to call them. And I liked them. I liked those songs. I can't remember what albums I would have bought. Not many. Maybe like the later Invisible Touch, and I'm not sure. Maybe the one that was called Genesis. I can't remember. But I do have this comp. Turn it on again. And I like this comp. My wife is a big fan of this because she likes Phil Collins and she liked these old Genesis songs. So we play this in the car and she's quite happy to hear it, and it's great. So anyway, there's some great songs on here. I like Mama. I like Land of Confusion. Follow You, Follow Me is a great song. I Know What I Like, although that's older Genesis song. I like Congo. I like That's All. There's just some songs in here I think are really good. Now, I haven't been listening to any of this stuff. I've been on this Genesis journey, so the only thing I played was this. Now, the other day I got this, which I was on the fence about because of the mixed reviews, and I can't stop playing it. I bought it and I've played it. I love it. The first disc is the original Genesis lineup with Gabriel. After that, it's pretty much the Phil Collins-led band. And there's some great live stuff on here. Fantastic, man. I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it. So that got me thinking, the Phil Collins album I really like. So a couple of years ago, I did pick up Face Value for like $1 or something, or $2 at the thrift store, and brought it home, played it, and I thought it sounded dated, and I didn't really enjoy it. I still like In the Air Tonight, great song, but the other songs that I used to really like, I don't think I can listen to that anymore. But I thought No Jacket Required, because it's a bit more upbeat, and I like this album a lot more. I liked this album a lot when it came out. So can I talk about this album for a minute, for those of you who aren't aware of it? No Jacket Required was released in February 1985. It has two pretty good guest vocalists on it, Peter Gabriel and Sting. It was #1 in the UK for 5 weeks. I'm not sure if it was #1 in North America. The second best-selling album of the year. Do you know what the #1 selling album of the year in 1985 was? I'll give you 5 seconds just so you have time before I blurt out the answer. Just have time in your head to kind of think of what your answer would be. 5. Brothers in Arms, Dire Straits. By 2001, this album had reached diamond status in the States, sold 12 million copies, 25 million copies worldwide. This is not a album that was just, one and done. Now, like I said, Face Value came out in February 81. His second album came out, Hello, I Must Be Going, in 82. I don't think I even bought that. The one thing about this album, like I said, it's much more upbeat. Some of the stuff's improvised in the studio. Some stuff was prepared. Some stuff, it's got more of I would say, an upbeat dance beat, rock beat. There's some heavy guitars, like Studio. Everybody knows that song, that word. He made it up just because he was trying to come up with a lyrical pattern while he had the melody, and came up with that word. And it turned out to be the song, and it's actually a great debut. I think it's a great song to start the album. There's another song, You Know and I Know, which has a really heavy guitar part in it. Lots of punchy horns on this album. I think I listened to it yesterday, and it held up for the most part. Now, there's always those wimpy Phil Collins ballads. Maybe that's where everybody goes, yuck. And there's one on here, One More Night. It's like, I get it, because I don't like those either. Yeah. What was the movie soundtrack he did the thing for? I can't remember. Anyway, I'm not into those wimpy ballads either, if that's what it is. So, what Genesis albums do I have after Gabriel left? I've got And Then There Were Three, which has Follow You, Follow Me on it. It's not a bad album. I have Wind and Weathering, which is actually a really good album, still with Steve Hackett, I believe, on that one. And Trick of the Tail, which I think a lot of people like too. They're the only ones I don't have. I do not have Duke. I do not have Abacab. I do not have the self-titled Genesis. I don't have Invisible Touch. I don't have We Can Dance. Now, I see a lot of this stuff in the used bins pretty cheap, so I might pick some of those up. But I am interested in your thoughts on this and Phil Collins. I'm expecting to see a lot of differing viewpoints on this. Oh, I also have this live thing, The Way We Walk. It was 2 parts. There was the first one that came out. It was called The Shorts. Then they did an accompanying video, which was supposed to be limited edition, The Longs. The Shorts are kind of all the hits: Land of Confusion, No Son of Mine, Jesus He Knows Me, Throwing It All Away, I Can't Dance, Mama, Hold On My Heart. There's another wimpy one. That's All, In Too Deep, another wimpy one. Tonight, I Don't Mind, Invisible Touch, I Don't Mind. And the Longs had a few of the original Genesis lineup songs, but they did it in a medley, the old medley. Dance on Volcano, Lamb Lies Down, Musical Box, Firth of Fifth, and I Know What I Like. Then songs like Driving the Last Spike, Domino, a lot of the songs that are on this, actually, are on this. And I was looking up reviews of this. people were panning it. They just hated it. But they're the ones who can't stand change. They're the ones who like that original Genesis album. Like there's a real passionate fan base for that Peter Gabriel years, and don't even talk to them about anything that happened after. They can't stand that Genesis went in that direction. But you know, they're all vital members of the band. They had every right to do what they wanted to, as far as I'm concerned. And yeah, so let me know. No jacket required. Phil Collins. Have a great day.